Colleen, the man who first discovered a massive debris field in the North Pacific 15 years ago says it has increased significantly, and he was amazed by what he saw scouring more than 3,300 miles.
Today, scientists estimate the swirling mass of waste known as the Great Pacific Garbage Patch is roughly the size of Texas.
I came out on deck on a regular basis, surveyed the horizon, and was surprised that every time I saw trash.
The sand that we've examined, we've found plastics in every handful of material that we've looked at. So it shows quite clearly that plastic debris, even at the microscopic scale, is now present worldwide in marine sediments, certainly in shallow waters.
The ocean. It covers over 70% of the Earth's surface and is fundamentally important to the human race as a source of food, energy, and minerals. However, our ocean's ecosystems is being threatened by pollution in water, which is leading to even bigger problems like climate change, which is caused by human activities, of course. Animals are becoming extinct. Underwater vegetation is dying. Sea levels are rising, and inevitably, this disaster ricochets back to the root of the problem. Us. Humans. Every day we cook, do laundry, flush the toilet, wash our cars, shower, and do many things that use plenty of water. Think about how we use this water in schools, hospitals, public places. Where do you think all this water ends up in? All this liquid waste, toilet and urine? In both developing and developed countries, people dump their waste into the ocean. For the past 50 years, we've completely destroyed our ecosystem, causing huge damage to everything around us. What we've done is selfish and ignorant, and now it is up to us to turn things around and repair what we've destroyed. Some of the most affected areas are rivers, lakes, seas, and oceans. Cargo ships play a big role in the destruction of the planet since they travel between all those kinds of waters and inevitably pollute. Oil spills are deadly to our environment and the species living in it. All this pollution in the oceans has also negatively affected the water flora and fauna and the birds that inhabit this part of the earth. There have been 1 million reported bird deaths every year from asphyxia because of their deadly diet. Scientists have found countless man-made objects found in the oceans that these poor birds have digested and painfully died from. A lot of the waste in water is taken for food by marine animals or birds. 100,000 marine mammals and turtles die each year because of this deadly diet.
Plastic continues to be a growing threat to seabirds around the world. A recent study has calculated that about 90% of these birds currently have some plastic in their system due to retention after ingesting it. The problem is that these animals mistake bottle caps or cigarette lighters floating in the water as food, but once these pieces are swallowed, they can get stuck and potentially make the bird sick.
"500 sea lions dead, possibly after eating tons of plastic." Some 500 dead sea lions were discovered decomposing on a beach 250 miles north of the Peruvian capital, Lima, possibly after ingesting massive amounts of plastic.
Evidence that shows small fish are eating the plastic. So is it entering our food chain?
A fish like this, I've found 26 pieces of plastic, all different colors, inside one stomach.
Nice.
A plastic bag and fishing line were stuck near the whale's mouth.
To add on to all these negative facts happening in the ocean, the accumulation of plastic has created what we call the seventh continent. It is also known as the Great Garbage Patch, which is located in 5 areas of the ocean, the largest being in the North Pacific. It is all the trash put into the ocean which came together due to a vortex of ocean currents that trap plastic. This gathering of plastic is so shocking as it is at least 2,000 kilometers off the closest piece of land.
The North Pacific Gyre, one of the world's largest ocean gyres, is often referred to as the Pacific Trash Vortex due to the high concentrations of floating plastic debris. Due to rotational currents, trash is captured from across the Pacific Ocean, including the coastal waters off North America and Japan, and then is gradually moved towards the North Pacific Gyre Center, where it becomes trapped.
In order to change the public ways of thinking, we must change the laws about pollution, increase the fine for polluting the ocean, from the smallest thing like throwing trash into the harbor to big cargoes dumping huge waste into the ocean. If the public fights to stop pollution and help put an end to climate change, then I truly believe the government and the big names will be obliged to do something about this dead-end routine we have. Many people are not aware of the current ocean situation, and we need to spread the word. Everyone must know that we must act now in order to turn things around and stop the destruction of our water ecosystem. So what can one do to help in their daily lives? One person uses about 67 kilograms of plastic each year. The answer is as simple as using less plastic on a daily basis. One can use long-lasting containers instead of using a plastic bag every time. Recycling is also an easy thing to do that will at the same time have a big change on our contaminated waters if everyone helped out. However, only 10% of plastic is actually recycled. That is why we need to act as soon as possible. Otherwise, something that means a lot to me and many other people will only be used as a giant trash can.